Maybe this will work now. I have no idea. This was such a dumb idea. All right, let's try this again. Yay. Okay. Show me what's working. 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 All right. I think it's working now. Hi. Officially. Officially working. Yay. Okay. Maybe. Maybe we'll do yoga. Imagine that. Oh, okay. Let's see. Got this so I can see chat if you can hear me, if you can see me, if everything is looking copacetic. Feel free to give me a thumbs up in the chat so that I know that I'm not just talking to the ether, although I tend to do that anyway, so it wouldn't be that different from a normal day. Welcome to yoga. My name is Genevieve, and we'll do some gentle yoga today. We'll keep it kind of general and pretty chill. And maybe if we build this, you guys can request. Okay, let's see. Hi, I got a hi on the chat. You guys can make requests as this progresses. But for now, we'll keep it pretty simple. If you have yoga blocks, if you have a strap, feel free to use them. If you don't, find something in your home that will suffice. Maybe some pillows, maybe a belt. Always helpful to have, just in case. Eventually, maybe we could even incorporate music into this, but one baby tech step at a time. So, welcome. Any comfortable seated position, sitting up nice and tall. As you ground down through your sit bones, reach up through your crown. Settle into this moment. Notice your breathing, the tempo of your breath, the tempo of your heart rate, the tempo of your thoughts. Perhaps they all start to sync up. Maybe one regulates the other. And as they all start to sing in coherence with each other, we feel melodic, we feel graceful, we feel like all the different pieces of us are coming together into a symphony. Use your breath to conduct that symphony. Long inhale, long exhale. As you inhale, extend your belly out. And as you exhale, draw your belly in. Inhaling, expanding your belly. Exhaling, drawing your belly in. Take a moment to create a rhythm with your breath. Grabbing a hold of your knees, moving with the rhythm of your breath. Inhale to lift your heart and look up. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin. Inhale to lift and look up. Exhale to round. Keep it moving at your own pace. Oh, there's two bunnies in the yard. How sweet. Oh no, wait, it's a bunny and a squirrel. Bring it back to center and taking your arms out to the sides. Inhaling, arms reach up. Let the shoulder blades draw down your back. Interlace your fingers. Flip your palms up. Reach the arms back just until the shoulders tell you when you've hit your edge. And then draw some circles overhead. Circle the other direction. Bring it back to center. Bring your arms over to the right. I don't know if I'm reverse for you guys or mirrored or same, but my right, whatever that is for you. Now see if you can move just the arms and not so much the torso, right? Notice the distinction. Moving just the shoulder joint. And bring your arms back to center. Then reach your arms over to the left. Again, keeping your torso neutral, right in the center, moving from your shoulders. Bringing it back to center, take your arms forward. Flip your knuckles to face forward. As you round the upper back, tuck your chin into your chest. And then taking your right ear to your right shoulder. Chin to chest. Left ear to left shoulder. Chin to chest. Inhaling, arms reach up. And exhaling, right hand down to the right. Left arm up and over. See if you can this time bend from your torso and not let your shoulder come up too high by your ear. Keep drawing your shoulder blade down your back. If you're on the bendy side today, maybe that right forearm makes its way towards the floor, but not at the expense of your base. Keep that left tush, that left sit bone grounded. Take an inhale to turn your heart up, look up. And take an exhale to look down, nose towards your right knee. Inhale, open up again, sternum towards the sky, look up. And exhale, nose down towards your knee. Let's try one more of these. Open up as you inhale, look up. And exhale, looking down, nose towards knee. Inhale brings you back up to center, arms reach up. And exhaling, left hand down to the left, right arm up and over. Keep that right sit bone grounded. Maybe that left forearm comes to the floor. And then inhale to look up. Pull your heart upwards towards the ceiling. Exhale downwards, nose towards knee. Inhale, spin open, chest up towards the sky. Exhale, nose towards knee, a little folding in. One more of these. Inhale, open, open, open the chest. And exhale, looking down, nose towards left knee. Inhale brings you back up, reaching up through your arms. Hook your thumbs together this time and start to pull your arms back, back, back as you lengthen through both sides of your torso. Lengthen the waistlines. And then folding forward over your shins. If you're a little on the tighter side, grab a block. Bring your forearms to a block. This is totally cool. The blocks allow the floor to come up higher so that you don't have to hunch over too much to reach the floor. Walk your hands over towards your right knee and let the head hang heavy here, nose towards knee. And bring it back to center and walk over towards your left knee. Again, head is heavy, nose towards knee. Bring it back to center and walk yourself up, feeling a little taller with each set of stretches. Lengthen out the spine. Take your legs out in front of you with your hands behind you and windshield wipe your knees side to side. Bring your feet hip width apart. Flip your fingers to face forward if your wrist allows that. If your shoulders and wrists don't like that, no big deal. You can keep your fingers pointing back. Pressing into your hands and feet, give yourself a little lift. Lift of the tush. You can stay here. This is enough. If it's available, lift a little higher. Squeeze the inner thighs together as you look up, maybe even looking back if the neck is okay with that. Take another inhale to lift up and exhale to release. Tushies back to the floor. Shake out your wrists. Now keep your right knee bent. Let the left leg go straight. Giving your right knee a little hug. Left toes are curling up towards your head, so you keep your left leg active as you sit up tall in the spine. Right hand behind you. Fingers point back. Inhale, push into the right hand to get a little longer in the torso. And then exhale, twist to the right. You can use that left arm to help you twist a little deeper. Inhale, use your right arm to help you lengthen. And then exhale, use that left arm to help you twist. Releasing, taking your right knee down. So I'll turn this way so you guys can see what I'm doing. Your right foot will come into your inner left thigh. Squaring your torso over your left leg, over that straight leg, folding forward. So here are some options. Maybe bring your forearms to a block and just hang out here. That works. Another option is to use your strap or your belt around your foot, hinging from the hips. Notice the distinction of hinging from your hips versus hinging from your back, right? We're trying not to bend so much from the back, bend from the hips. If you're not using a strap or a block, you can use your hands to either grab your shin or your foot, whatever's available. Pressing your right foot into your inner left thigh. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold in. Scan through each pose. Each pose has something to show you, something to tell you, something to teach you, something to reveal as it brings to the surface what you're holding. Maybe it's the left hamstrings. Maybe it's the right outer hip. Maybe it's your lower back. Or maybe it's something not even physical. Inhale brings you up. Ooh, that was nice. Take your right hand behind you. Now we'll take options here. So choose the options that suit your needs, okay? First option, twist to the right, looking over your right shoulder. This is money. You can hang out here. If you want to go into a little back bend, start to lift your hips and ground your left foot. That's a really important step so that you feel stable. As you ground through the right or the left foot and the right knee, you reach your hips up, reach your left arm up. Maybe that left arm reaches back. Maybe your head drops back. And slowly releasing hips back to the floor. Pick up your right knee. Give it another hug. And then take your right knee, or your right ankle rather, over your left knee. So when you look down, it's like you make the number 4 with your legs. Take your hands behind you again with your fingers facing back and bend the left knee. So you can adjust this pose to suit your needs. If you want to make it a little softer or a little less intense, you can kind of draw your shin away from your chest. However, if you want more information, more intensity, you bring your shin closer to your chest, walk yourself in. Maybe you curl the right toes, spread the collarbones, open the chest. You can even draw that right knee slightly forward. Hold and breathe. And now walk your left foot over to the right side of the mat. All right, this is a little tricky transition. So let's see how this works. Dropping our shins so that one shin stacks on top of the other. Now, granted, not everybody's hips and knees are going to be happy with that. So option 1, your right shin goes in front of your left shin. Okay. Option two, a little deeper. Your right shin goes on top of your left, and you're pretty much stacking your ankles and your knees. If you notice that your knee is very high up and you'd like to give it support, put a pillow or a block under that lifted knee to give it some support. Okay. When you look down in this pose, it's called double pigeon. You should presumably see a triangle. So if you want to make the pose a little bit more intense, you make that triangle smaller. If you want less intensity, make that triangle broader. So explore what feels appropriate for your hip and knee. More is not always better. So explore where your body's at now. Grab a hold of your inner thighs, roll them outward, and draw some circles with your torso. Circle the other direction. Bringing it back to center. You can stay upright. If you're already feeling a lot, you can hang out here. If you want to explore your hips a little bit further, maybe you bring your forearms down to a block or perhaps to the floor as you explore a little bit more depth in the pose. Noticing if your breath is becoming a little bit more melodic. Long inhale, long exhale, steady, rhythmic, graceful. Walking yourself up. Release your legs. Creak them straight and shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Now I got to remember all of that for the other side. If I forget anything, please feel free to shout it out in the chat because it happens. Bend your left knee. Give it a little hug. Maybe the right toes are actively curling up towards your head so the leg is nice and active. As you stay hugging your knee with your right arm and take your left hand behind you. Inhale, push into your left hand to get taller. And exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, rotate to the left. Bring out your spine, even your internal organs. Bring out your torso. Releasing your twist, coming back to center here. Take your left foot to your inner right thigh. I'll turn this way now so you guys can still see what's going on. Left foot to thigh, right toes curling up. Square over your right leg and fold forward, hinging from your hips. Maybe forearms to block. Maybe grabbing your strap around your foot as you hinge forward. This counts as a hinge. It could be this far. And if it's available, maybe you're using your hands. Grab your shin, grab your foot, tuck your chin into your chest, and let your shoulder blades draw down your back. Each inhale is an opportunity to lengthen the spine, and each exhale, drop in to a little bit of depth. So in yoga, we call this in and out breath through the nose, ujjayi breathing. It's like an ocean wave as it comes in and out, like the tide. So maybe we're creating this tide, this wave of breath that washes over us in each pose, kind of clearing what we find. It isn't really about adding to you. It's more about clearing, letting go. Bring it back up. Nice. Left hand behind you. Fingers point back. Now, first option, twist and look back over your left shoulder. This is cool. You can stay here. If you want to take that lifted back bend, we're going to lift the hips, ground the right foot. Lift up as you reach that right arm up. Maybe the shoulder allows you to drop that right arm back. Maybe the head drops back. Really grounding into that right foot for stability to help you lift the hips. And slowly unwinding, hips back to the floor. Left knee draws up. Give it another hug. And then take your left ankle over your right knee. Again, like you're making the number 4 with your legs. And taking your hands behind you, fingers pointing back. Bend the right knee. Walk yourself into the level of intensity that feels right for you. You can keep this a little softer or make it a little bit more intense. Experiment. Curl your toes, broaden the chest, maybe draw that left knee a little forward away from your torso. And you can explore what feels like the right level of intensity for you in this pose. Check in with your knee, check in with your hip. Be mindful and be kind to your body. There's no rush. These poses are meant to be therapeutic, not performative. Walking your right foot over to the left. So a little squeegee over to the left side of the mat and then drop your shins. Shin on top of shin for double pigeon. And again, there's options. Option 1, if your hips are a little on the more tight or narrow side, you can bring that left shin in front. Again, if that knee is lifted, that top knee is lifted, put a block under it. I'd rather see you support your knee with a block than letting it just hang out in space. We don't really want to stretch the knee. We're looking a little bit more for the thighs and hips. If you feel like you want to go a little deeper in this and it feels appropriate, stack shin on top of shin, maybe ankles and knees lined up, and you can adjust the pose to suit your needs. Grab a hold of your inner thighs, roll them outward externally as you draw some circles with your torso. Circling the other direction. Bringing it back to center. Now, you can stay upright. You can hinge slightly forward, maybe forearms to a block, or maybe forearms all the way to the floor. Scan through each pose. What does it show you? Feeling is a form of listening. As you feel your body, listening to your back, to your hips, to your tissues, to your nervous system. Follow that listening. It'll show you where to go. It'll show you where you need a little TLC. Working yourself up. Release your legs. I know that's easier said than done. And shake them out. Hands behind you. Fingers point back. Bend your knees. Feet nice and wide, maybe even wider than your mat. And windshield wipe side to side. Now there's 2 ways to windshield wipe here. One way is with lifting your hips. See that? I'm lifting my hips as I draw my knees from side to side. That's cute. I don't know. Maybe it gets you a little bit into your back, but also consider that you could keep your hips down and windshield wipe your knees side to side while still maintaining your sit bones, your tush on the floor. Notice the difference? This way, the femur, your thigh bone, is having to roll in and out within its socket. So the movement comes from the femur and the pelvis rather than from your lower back. Just something to experiment with. Walk your feet back in so they're about hip width apart and flip your fingers to face forward again if that's okay on your wrist. One more of these little back bends. Push into your hands and feet and lift. As high as you want to comfortably go. Squeeze the inner thighs, push into your big toe mount. As you lift the chest, open up through the front of the shoulders. Oh, such a good shoulder stretch. Look up or look back. Open up the front of your neck if that's okay on your neck. And let it release. Bring it all the way back down. Shake out those wrists again. All right. Now draw your feet together, soles of your feet together, and bring your heels in nice and close, close to the ground. Maybe shimmy a little side to side so that you can find your sit bones flush to the floor. And take your right hand to your right thigh. Left hand goes behind you. Draw that right thigh away. So you're not really jamming your knee down. You're more on your thigh and you're kind of pushing it away, not so much down. As you push that right thigh away from you, turn your torso to the left. And bring it back to center. Switch sides. Right hand goes behind you. Left hand to your left thigh. Again, not so much the knee. Get into that meaty thigh. Push your thigh away as you twist to the right. And bring it back to center. Grab a hold of your feet. Now, see if you can open your feet like a book. So, in other words, your pinky toes will stay together and your big toes will pull apart. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, hinge forward. You can use your elbows at this point to draw the legs apart. Again, it's not so much a downward action, more of an outward, lengthening those inner thigh adductor muscles. Find as much of a fold as you want to get into. And inhale brings you back up. Draw your legs further out in front of you. So now it's kind of a wider diamond shape. Right? Still feet are together, knees are out. Inhale, lengthen the spine here. Exhale, little hinge forward. Now, again, you can grab your block at this point. Maybe bring your forearms to a block and hang out here. Another option is to take your hands underneath your shins, grab a hold of your feet, and elongate. Pull your head towards your feet. Your hips are grounded. They're heavy and they're going to stay rooted in the earth. So as those hips pull down and your head reaches forward, it's almost like you're tractioning yourself out of that lower back, creating a little space for each of those lower back vertebrae to open up, those discs to decompress, those nerves to decompress. Keep reaching, actively reaching your head towards your feet. Shoulders are away from your ears. Be mindful of that. That's my thing. I do it a lot. I'm trying to catch myself. Always growing in our awareness of our patterns. And then release. Oh, feels so good coming out of that. Draw your knees together. Oh, I got a good one. Let's go into frog pose. It's going to be for the inner thighs, but I still think that this helps our lower back. So come to all fours, however you can get there. All fours on the floor, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. You may want to turn sideways for this. If you want to turn sideways on your mat, it's a good idea because you want to have cushion for your knees. So that long ways on your mat or whatever you're using, exercise mat, can help to cushion and support your knees. Allow your toes to turn out to the sides and let your knees go wider and wider. All right. So for those who can't really see what I'm doing, it's basically this, but face down. It's a 90-degree angle in my legs. Try not to bring the hips too high. Try not to bring the hips too low. Maybe you can keep your hips in line with your knees. You can bring your forearms to the floor and make a little pillow for your head with your hands. So it'll look like this. Knees are wide, forearms to the floor. Make a little pillow for your head with your hands. Allow those knees to go as wide as they comfortably can go. As you let gravity do the work here, there's not too much for you to do other than breathe and observe and settle. Settle into a long, steady breath. Settle into a calm nervous system. Even if the pose is slightly uncomfortable, can you get comfortable with the uncomfortable? You learn to settle even when things feel a little restricted. And perhaps through that settling of your breath, of your nervous system, your tissues actually start to soften and accept and let go into the pose. The breath is a nice doorway into the nervous system. The nervous system controls your tissues. So it might be a little life hack. Your body is not behaving the way you'd like it to be. Try controlling your breath. Use that as a little hack to bypass your body and go right to the nervous system, directly to the manager. And see if you can stay in the pose a little longer, especially if the pose is uncomfortable. See if you can take the bite out of the pose. Once you're finally enjoying the pose and getting comfortable, that's when we're going to get out of it. Start to come back up onto your hands and press your weight up. Oof, bring those legs back together. Back to all fours in a tabletop position. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. And imagine your belly button could draw circles on the floor. Let's circle around here. Circle the other direction. And bringing it back to center. Tuck your toes under. Let your belly drop to the floor. And draw your chest forward as you look forward. Take a couple breaths here. Perhaps even engage the pose by feeling like your hands and knees are going to pull towards each other. And then untuck your toes. Round your spine towards the ceiling as you tuck your chin towards your chest. Tuck that tailbone under a bit. Take a couple breaths here as you engage in the pose by pushing your hands through the floor. Combine these two poses with your breath. Tuck your toes. Inhale, belly down, chest forward. Untuck your toes as you exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin. Inhale, toes tuck, heart forward. Exhale, toes untuck, round your spine. Inhale, toes tuck, pull your chest through your arms. Exhale, round. See if you can pull those shoulder blades apart, broaden that upper back. Inhale, come forward. Spread your collarbones, open up the chest. Now this time, as you exhale, round, but also pull back. Pull your hips towards your heels. There you go. Inhale, bring it forward again. Exhale, draws you back, hips to heels. Take a few of these at your own pace. Start to listen to your song. Make your breath a beautiful song. Long inhale. Long exhale. If your breath is the song, your body is the dancer. Bring it back to neutral. A nice neutral tabletop position. Extend your right leg back. The right toes are tucked under as you push way back away from your hands. Push into that right heel. And then right leg lifts. Bend your knee. Take your leg out to the right. I'll go this way so you guys can see what I'm doing. Kind of like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant type thing. Draw some circles with that right knee. Circle the other direction. Extend the right leg all the way off your mat and down to the floor. So your toes will be pointing forward if you can, if your ankle allows for that. If not, let the toes point up. That's okay too. Walk your hands up your thighs. as you bring your right hand down your right leg. Left arm will come up and over. Inhaling, arms reach up. Exhaling, left hand down, either on block or on floor, in line with your knee. Right arm reaches up and over your head, bicep by your ear, but that right shoulder blade is down your back. Maybe you're turning your heart upwards towards the ceiling. Inhaling to bring it back up. Hands to your hips. Bring that right knee down. So now your knees are hip width apart. Toes are tucked under. Tuck your toes under. If it's available, bring your hands to your lower back with your fingers pointing up, almost as though they're kind of bracing your lumbar, your low back. If that's a little tough on your wrist, you can make a fist into your lower back. Just using a little bit of support so that we don't sink into our lower back or collapse too much, right? So with hands at your lower back, toes are tucked under, push your hips forward, lift your pubic bone, draw your belly in, lift your sternum, your chest, look up. Instead of thinking back bend, what if you think up bend? I'm reaching up with my chest, pulling forward with my hips, and I'm letting my head either be neutral, maybe you're looking back towards the sky. You can hang out here a couple breaths. If you want to take it a little deeper and your back feels up for it, you can bring your hands to your heels, still with the intention of pubic bone forward, belly and heart lifting. And then wherever you took it, let that release. Untuck your toes, sit down onto your heels. Let your big toes come together and your knees go a little wider as you bring your belly towards the floor, forehead towards the mat. If your head doesn't come all the way to the mat, feel free to use a block. Arms can be extended out in front of you. If your hips don't make it all the way to the heels, that's okay. Just go as far as you can, or you can also put a pillow back there. Now, inhale brings you back up to all fours, tabletop. I'm going to spin around this way so that I can demo the other side. Left leg straight. Behind you, tuck the toes and push back away from your hands. Press back. Lift your leg up, shoulders are over your hands and fingers are spread wide. Pull your belly and ribs in. Use your belly to support your lower back. As you bend your knee and take your knee out to the left. Yeah? Draw a couple circles with that left knee. Move your hip a little. Circle the other direction. And then extend your left leg all the way out to the left, off of your mat. Plant your foot down. Presumably your left toes are facing forward, but if your ankle doesn't do that, don't force it. Those toes can point up. It's no big deal. Walk your hands up your thighs and start to draw your left hand down your left leg. Your right arm reaches up and over for a side bend here. Bring it up, inhale. Exhale, right hand down on block or floor in line with your right knee. Left arm up and over, left bicep by your ear. Maybe you spin the sternum, the heart up towards the sky. Even opening up that right shoulder, that right pec, by turning your bicep forward or away from your torso. So there's an external rotation for that right arm to help you open up that shoulder. Looking down, inhale, windmills you up, and exhale, hands to your hips. Bring that left knee in. So we're back to on our knees. Tuck the toes under again. Draw your tailbone in. So you're not like tucking it under, but you're kind of pulling it into your body. Draw your belly button in to kind of secure your pelvis, right? Does that make sense? And then lift your belly, lift your heart. Hands are at your lower back to give your lumbar support as you create a little back bend. Also, up bend. Reach the heart up. Try not to sink or collapse into your lower back. lift up out of it. Notice the difference? Yeah. If you want to take it deeper again, your hands are coming to your ankles. And since we might be a little bit more warmed up and you still want to take it deeper, untuck your toes. If you took it too deep, rewind. All right. Take it to a level where you can still breathe, slow and steady. Keep the song, keep the graceful melody. If you're straining to breathe, that pose might not be benefiting you, right? Wherever you took it, start to unwind. Untuck the toes if they're tucked. Sit onto your heels. Let your big toes come together. Knees can go a little wider as you come into a child's pose. Forehead towards the floor or to your block or pillow. Arms can extend out in front of you as you breathe here. Let your hips be heavy as they pull back and lengthen out your spine. Inhale brings you up to all fours and come through to seated. So we have a couple ways of doing that. If your knees are happy with it, this is fun. Try this. Cross your shins, sit back over your feet, bring your legs through. If your knees don't like that, don't do it. Bring your feet out to the side and just come through to seated. Doesn't really matter. Shake it out a little bit. And have your hands by your sides, on the sides of your hips. Legs extended out in front of you with toes actively curling towards your head. As you press down into your hands, lengthen your spine, broaden your collarbones. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other and down to help open up the collarbones of the chest. And a little tuck of the chin towards your chest. Just enough so you can lengthen the neck, lengthen the spine as you reach the crown of the head up. Press down with your arms and activate the full length of your spine. Notice how tall you really are when you sit up straight. Hinging forward from your hips. As you reach forward, you can use your strap, your belt around your feet, or you can use your hands around your shins or your feet. If it's hard to hinge forward, sit on a pillow or a block and give your hips a little lift and see if that kind of helps to tilt or tip you into a forward fold. That can be helpful for some of us. So explore these options. Inhale brings you all the way back up. Come onto your backs. So bending your knees, slowly lowering down. Take your time. Use your core on the way down. And then walk your feet in so that your feet are close to your hips and your hands are down by your hips. Feet are hip width apart. Let's start with a little back bend here, bridge pose. So as you push down into your hands and feet, lift your hips. Squeeze the inner thighs together, push into your big toe mound. This could be enough. Maybe you grab the sides of your mat and you kind of pull to help you tuck your shoulders under, lift a little higher, lift your chest. If it's available, your hands can clasp underneath you and you can roll your arms and shoulders more underneath to get a little bit more lifted in the chest. And just for kicks, if you still want to go a little deeper and they're available, grab your ankles, still tucking the shoulders under, broadening and lifting the chest, and listening for your breath. Untucking your shoulders and slowly lower down. Let yourself lower down in segments. Let the upper back come down first, then the middle back, then the lower back, then your sacrum and tailbone are the last to come down. Grab a hold of a block or some pillows, whatever you got handy. Lift your hips and put this block or pillows under your sacrum and lower back, just to give you a little bit of a supported back bend. You can stay here with your knees bent. If it's available, you can straighten out the legs. Now, how do you know that this is available? try it. If you try it and it feels like it's pinching your back or compressive, then keep your knees bent, keep a little slack, right? But if it feels good, intuitively good, lengthen out your legs and allow those hip flexors to open up. Reach your arms over your head and grab your opposite elbows. Pull your elbows towards the floor as you breathe. Wave breath, like the ocean wave, like a tide that cleanses and smooths out the shore. Let this wave smooth out any hard edges to this pose or any pose. Take your hands back by your hips and walk your feet in. Firmly push down with your hands and feet. Make this part an active part. Lift, squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Take out your block. And again, slowly come down, upper back first, then middle back, then lower back, then sacrum and tailbone. Let your feet go as wide as your mat as you knock your knees together. Knees are knocked together, feet wide. Maybe you get a little tuck of the tailbone so you can lengthen the lower back. Maybe press it down towards the floor. And bring your hands to your belly. See if you can feel your belly rise as you inhale. And feel your belly fall as you exhale. I know this is a little boring, right? This simple stuff. But I really think boring is a luxury these days because we are very overstimulated. So give your nervous system the gift of boring, of quiet, of breathing, of simple stretches. There's a subtle beauty in simple, quiet, bored. I feel like the older I get, the more I cherish boredom. Oh, I could only wish to be bored. Mm. And now walk your feet together and hug your knees into your chest. Give them a nice squeeze as you rock from side to side. Bring your hands down by your hips. See if perhaps you can keep your knees and your legs kind of together as you draw circles on the ceiling with your knees. It's almost as though you're massaging your own back and pelvis here. And then circle the other direction. Bring it back to center. Take your knees over to the left. Right arm out to the right. For a simple twist, you're turning your head looking to the right. If you want to adjust your hips, you can move your hips an inch over to the right or so. So you can kind of stack hip over hip. As you turn, looking over your right arm. If it's a little intense for you, keep your knees a little bit away from your belly, your thighs away from your belly. If you want a little bit more intensity or more stretch throughout the lower back, pull your knees higher towards your chest. Yeah? And you're trying to get that tailbone or that lower back to point towards the end of your mat there. Bring your knees back to center. Take it to the other side. Knees over to the right. Maybe you shimmy your hips a little over to center so that you stack hip over hip. Left arm out to the left. And you're twisting, perhaps looking towards your left arm. Again, you can have your knees a little bit away from your torso to soften the pose, or to deepen, bring your knees a little closer into your chest. You can use your right arm to hug your knees in or even give them a little weight towards the floor, adding a little gravity. And bring it back to center. One more time, hug your knees into your chest. This time, pull your nose towards your knees, curl into a tiny little ball like a little seed. Imagine what plant you are. What seed are you planting? Take a deep inhale and then exhale, open up. Open your seed up and let it expand. Let that energy out. Let that wish out into the universe. Plant your seed, your idea, your wish into the ether. Let your legs splay apart. Your arms can come by your sides. You can have your palms facing up if that's comfortable. Whatever works for you. You can lay on your back. You can put some pillows under your knees if that helps to settle your lower back. You could also lay on your side, kind of in a fetal position, or come into an upright seated pose. We're going to take what we call Shavasana, which is just a meditative rest, basically. So any position that's comfortable for you to simply be at rest. You're welcome to close your eyes. There's nothing to see. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. There's no one to be. Simply exist in this liminal space of inhaling and exhaling. And perhaps you even start to work your way into that little gap between your inhales and your exhales. That space of nothingness. That space of quiet. And notice the rhythm of your breath, the rhythm of your heart rate, the rhythm of your thoughts. Has this rhythm shifted from the beginning of class? Have you smoothed out your patterns? Have you synced up all the different aspects of you? Are you feeling a little bit more unified, connected, and whole? Feel that settled feeling. Where does it start? Is it in your head, in your chest, in your hips? And wherever that feeling is, wherever your anchor is, let that feeling spread out and expand. Spread that rooted, settled, grounded feeling down through your legs and into your feet, up from your hips, through your back and into your shoulders. Let that feeling spread down your arms, into your hands and fingers. And allow that rooted feeling to move up your neck and into your head. Into your entire body feels heavy. And you allow it to simply settle like a rock. Like a big rock that's been here for thousands of years. It has nowhere to go. It has nothing to do. Just exist. Observing the rhythms around you. The rhythms within you. Maybe you can simply observe everything happening around and within without reacting, without labeling, without judging. Not every action needs a reaction. Not every thought needs to be acted upon. Simply observe and let it pass. When you get stuck on a thought, perhaps you can unhook yourself from that thought by listening to your breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. You've created a rhythm, a symphony, a cohesive melody of breath, body, and energy. You get to keep that. Better yet, you get to share it. Take this melody and bring it with you. Some would call it a vibration, some would call it a vibe. Take it with you into your environments and into your relationships. Hold on to it. You earned it. When you lose it, you can come right back to it. It's always here within you. Notice your breathing. Notice your belly rise as you inhale and fall as you exhale. And bring awareness to your body as you wiggle your fingers and toes. Circle your wrists and ankle. Inhale to reach your arms up overhead. Exhaling out the mouth as you hug your knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze and rock side to side. Eventually rocking to either side. And take your time to gently press up into any comfortable seated position. As you start to sit up, again, ground your sit bones and reach up through your crown. Notice how tall your spine is. Notice how much decompression, how much length you've created in your spine. And take up a little bit more space. Reach tall with your spine, expand with your aura. And bring your hands to your heart, thanking yourself for igniting this light within you and creating this space for your breath, your body, and your energy to expand. May you be a source of light and expansion for others. Namaste. Thank you all for letting me be of service. I love you. I hope this works better next time. Whatever. I guess that's the Buddhist mindset. Whatever happens, happens. All right. I'll see you when I see you. I love you.